Hi. Hello everyone, hope you're all having a good, amazing day and night wherever you are. If you don't know me, my name is Dollyboy. I'm an artist, writer, and a drag queen here on YouTube. And today, I thought we would just get ready together. I've got a show that I'm doing later tonight, so a little chit chat, catch up on some things, and yeah. The look that we're doing is a true villain in my heart. One of my favorites, an absolute icon. Bianca Del Rio. Tonight, we are going to be doing Miss Cruella De Vil. I got a nice little mix prepared, and we're just gonna give classic Dollyboy face, mug, everything, and just infuse that with some Cruella De Vil black and white, red, green madness. Before I go on any longer, I just want to say thank you for all the love that you showed on my last video, and all my new subscribers that are over here. We just passed 800, which is absolutely insane. I didn't even think I was gonna make it to 800. So yeah, just wanted to say thank you all so much for all the love and support, and I really appreciate it. If you aren't following me already on my Instagram, you can follow me over there at DollyboyXOXO, where you can see all the looks and stuff that I've done over the past few weeks, months, years, find out when I'm doing shows, all the exclusive content and stuff. Also, I forgot to mention that we got some new exciting products to try out today. Haus Labs sent me some of their new blushes to try out. We're gonna be using two shades today, as well as their new makeup brush. Super excited to try them out, and thank you again to Haus Labs for sending me these in exchange for a review. Wow, look at that. Look at my face on this shirt. I didn't plan this at all. Wow, like so just like out of the blue. If you want to get some of the merch with my face on it as well, you can go check out my merch on redbubble.com. I got shirts, stickers, hats like this. Tons of cool stuff. If you want to help support me out and you want to get some cool stuff designed by me, I would really appreciate it. But before we ramble on any longer, let's go do our base and stuff. Be back in a second. Alrighty, so we got our base all set and done. If you want to learn how I did all my face makeup, I will put up in the link this side. Thanks, this side. My previous video where I kind of went more in depth on how I do my contouring, my foundation, all that stuff. The thing different that I do this time is I use the Power Grip Primer from e.l.f. and also the 30 Hour Wear foundation from Maybelline. I also didn't do my cream blush underneath this because I really want to get the chance to have the powder blushes here shine. And let's get into these color fused blush powders from Haus Laboratories. So yeah, they sent me these free in exchange for an honest review. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. First shade that I have right here is one of their new ones, the French Rosette. I will say these compacts feel super nice, super luxurious, I would say, but it's a nice little compact. You have a good mirror inside of here. So this is the shade French Rosette. It's like a little bit more of a muted down neutral orange warm tone. I'm gonna use this sort of as my upper blush on the top here, and then we'll go in with a lighter shade more in the center of our face. So I'm gonna use the new brush that they gave me as well. I'm gonna use the more angular side because I kind of want to pack this in more. So I'm just gonna pack this onto the brush, give it a little tap, and then just dab it onto the upper cheekbones part here. And that is a really pretty color, actually. Oh wow. I didn't want to do anything like too pink because with our outfit today, I'm wearing a lot of reds and we're also doing green eyeshadow. So I kind of wanted the blush to be a little bit more subtle, still have some warmth and some color to the face. This is looking really nice. It's actually kind of smoothing out the powders and stuff underneath it, which I absolutely love. I'm just gonna do a little bit under the eyes here, but it blends really nicely. It feels really smooth. I really like the color of this. Granted, I am doing drag makeup, so a lot of this is gonna be like different for like a regular person doing regular makeup. So let's go on with the other side here to the upper part of my cheekbone, just so we get a little bit more of a lift. I'm gonna blend that into my contoured shade a little bit. And I'm also gonna just brush off the excess on the tip of my nose, add a little bit more warmth, and then just on the end part of my chin here. We are going to go into this other shade here. This is in the shade Pomelo Peach. Pomelo Peach. I'm not good with pronunciations. obviously. Same thing, it's got the nice little compact, the cover matches the blush shade inside. It's a little bit more of a lighter shade than that first one there. It's got a little bit more pink in it, I would say. But I'm gonna take the other side of this brush here. It's a little bit more rounder. And I'm just gonna focus that more so on this center part of my face, kind of blend that into our highlight. And that is working out exactly how I wanted it. By the way, this brush is super soft. And this side here, it does pack that punch if you're looking for it. If you want to more pack on your blush. And this side is really good for diffusing, seems like. So I'm just gonna work on this other side here. And everything all blended together. So this is the blush. Again, thank you to Haus Labs for sending me some of your makeup to try out. Let's move on to eyes. I'm actually just going to take a little bit of Ben Nye Super White Powder. I'm just gonna set that underneath my eye just to catch any fallout, because we are working with greens today. And I also kind of want to blend that blush in a little bit more with my highlight. And let's get started on the eyes. So, like I said earlier, we are doing a little Cruella De Vil look. I'm not going for like a specific look specifically, kind of going for general Cruella vibes. We're gonna do a classic red lip, and then we're gonna do my signature eye, but just with a green cut crease, and then a black smoky eye, and then maybe some glitter and stuff as well. First thing I'm gonna do is go in with the Donut Collection Rainbow Sprinkles palette that I used in my last video. I'm gonna go in with this Sour Apple shade down here, and I'm just gonna start mapping out my upper crease. I'm using a blending eyeshadow brush from e.l.f., just like a little bit of a denser packing brush with rounded, not so much a blending brush. And I'm just gonna start in the inner corner here, and I'm going to start mapping out my eye crease. So basically covering my entire brow and then angling it upwards. And then we'll transition into like a darker green and stuff below. But while I'm doing that, how's everyone doing? For me personally, not to brag, but things have been going. I've been pushing myself a lot more with drag. I've been trying to do a lot more things with it, more with looks, just kind of get a little bit more creative, challenge myself, doing a lot more shows, trying to get myself out there just because I moved as well, so gotta build up the name over here. Been really focusing on social media, trying to build up my platform. Again, thank you guys for all subscribing all on the channel here. But yeah, other than that, things have been all right. Not to say too much, but make sure you take care of your mental health. That's all I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna take that same green shade and sort of map out on the bottom here. I'm not gonna do the green and stuff on here because I kind of want to just keep that black and a little bit smoky. So I'm just gonna focus the green a little bit on the bottom, and then we can actually do like our under eye a little bit later on. So once you're all done with your lighter green shade, I'm going to go in with the Lisa Frank Morphe palette. Just because it has a lot of different shades that you can use, and we're just gonna deepen up our crease a little bit. So I'm gonna go in with this shade Zoomer and Zorbit. It's just like a medium green shade. I'm gonna use that same brush, and I'm just gonna pack that just below our lighter green, so we can start getting our depth and stuff created. And then while we're doing that, how are we feeling about season 16 of Drag Race? Who are we rooting for? What are our thoughts on challenges and stuff and then drama so far? I'm still rooting for Dawn.
It's Dawn.
Ooh.
However, lots of different people have been impressing me. Nymphia, of course, is slaying the competition, doing absolutely well, except for Snatch Game, but I don't blame her. Have been loving Q and Saphira as well. Q's looks are absolutely amazing, and Saphira is so talented. I think she should have won Snatch Game, but I'm not the judge. Plain Jane is there. I will say she is growing on me a little bit more. However, those first few episodes did kind of turn me off a little bit. Not gonna lie. Yeah, everything else has been super fun and entertaining. I'm also loving A Mandatory Meeting. Loved Plasma until she went home, but she did really well as well. And if you didn't watch her Bloody Mary video that she did, oh my fucking god. Also, Mirage, I gotta say, I love that bitch severely. Just seeing her go home and just the way that it happened, I was so disappointed. But Mirage, if you're by any chance watching this, I absolutely love you. Even though you went home second, you did absolutely amazing. Just to give a little sneak peek to what might come later on, if I do end up posting the full performance video, you'll see what.
What's your pleasure?
Making your acquaintance.
Such a sweet thought. I wish I could reciprocate.
I'll put the link over here. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So now I'm kind of going in with our deeper green shade here. This one is called Forest. And I'm just gonna add that to the bottom part of our crease, just so that we can get that last bit of depth going on. Angle that up a little bit more. Just make sure everything's kind of mapped out right, looking straight on. That's one thing I'm kind of learning with my makeup, is sometimes I just don't think about the way that it looks head on. I'm only just kind of focusing on the mirror. So when I do it, I'm like, oh, it looks fine. And then after everything is done, I'm like, oh, something kind of looks a little bit off. So if anything kind of looks off with your makeup and you can't really tell what it is, try stepping away from the actual mirror, like up close, and kind of go back and just see like, okay, straight on or like side to side, like what do I need to fix? What's not working? What do I need to adjust? And instead of like going back in like this, actually do your makeup while like looking straight on. See if that helps, if anything. But I'm just gonna finish our green here, and then we will work on our black, our cut crease, and finish up the eye.
1 hour later.
So once you get your green all set and done, I'm going to start mapping out black for my smoky eye wing kind of situation. But then we're gonna finish it once I cut the crease and do everything else. But I'm gonna go in with this Hershey's Cookies and Cream eyeshadow palette from Glamlight. So I'm just gonna go in with this gray shade in the corner here, just to kind of start mapping things out on just a small little tapered brush like this. And I'm going to, instead of kind of working it up close in the mirror here, I'm actually gonna stand back and I'm gonna place where I want my wing to go. And that way I have the perfect shape and the perfect angle for when I cut my crease and do my blending later on. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So again, instead of working up close like this, I'm gonna have my face straight on, and I'm going to just kind of blend my eyeshadow up so we get that perfect smoky cut crease, lid, drag eye thing going on. So now that I've got my gray situation kind of mapped out, I'm gonna take a flat angle brush. This one is the flat eyeliner brush from e.l.f. And I'm gonna take my white cream blend stick from Mechlon. This one is pretty much on its last leg, and I'm gonna start mapping out my crease. Again, same thing, instead of kind of looking in the mirror and going like this, I'm gonna put my head straight on, and with the flat part of the brush, I'm gonna start just like dabbing the cream and kind of mapping out our shape. So above where like we put our eyeshadow so that we get a really nice and sharp line, I'm gonna stamp it almost and then kind of blend it out and angle it upward all the way to where our wing is gonna go at the end. And then once we got our shape going, I can blend the bottom part out a little bit. Now I can kind of open my eyes up and get closer to where I need to. And that gives us the perfect cut crease, angular drag eye. And then just kind of blend that inner corner into the highlight side of our nose. I'm gonna fill this all in. I'm gonna do the other side off camera, and then we will be right back.
2 hours later.
All right, now that we've got our white cut crease going and all set, I'm gonna go back in with the Cookies and Cream palette, back in our gray shade with our tapered brush, and I'm just gonna start doing the outer parts of my wing, and I'm just gonna pack it on first and just kind of blend that out. You know what I should have done? I should have packed this with white first. Well, too late now. Oh well. And I'm trying to avoid not following the natural shape of my eye, but the eye shape that we're creating. And then before we go on any further, I'm going to take a nice dense packing brush. This is the eyeshadow C brush from e.l.f. I'm gonna go in with the Matte Essentials palette from Morphe, this white shade. Any really good white eyeshadow will do. Pack that onto the brush, get it nice and coated, and then just start setting our crease with the white, just so that nothing moves and nothing creases while we're working on our shape, and so that everything gets nice and saturated and highlighted and just looking nice. blend that off. And I'm also going to set our brow highlight as well. So same thing with our white and our packing brush. Just gonna go up in the inner quarter here. And doing this, I feel like it just blends out your eyeshadow even more. So now going back in with our cookies and cream palette and that same tapered brush, I'm gonna go in with this darker gray. And again, pack that on our inner corner of our actual eye and then start blending that out. I'm gonna blend this up a little bit more because our white kind of dulled our first gray a little bit. Bring that wing out. Open our eye, make sure everything's keeping at the same angles, kind of blending things up and out. And I want our eye to be super dark and sultry almost. That classic Disney villain look with a really faggy twist, honestly.
A gaze, a signature. The crew is cracking up here.
I have a whole lot of
Gaze? The signature.
Disney villain gaze. I want to know, how do you do that Disney villain gaze? Teach us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Disney villain,
Gaze.
as in the
Gaze.
Disney villains. Sorry, this is an accent dysfunction. Oh, you mean the gaze, not
The gaze.
Just give your cunt, honestly. So now that we've done our darker gray, I'm gonna go in with the black of this eyeshadow palette. And then same thing, but I'm just gonna keep this more towards on the outer part. I'm gonna pack it in on our actual eye and then blend that out. Get it nice and smoky. Cause black, smoke.
Smoky is black that radiates out, like smoke. The only thing smoking here is your flaming butthole.
Let's go back in with that Ben Nye Super White and our powder puff here and just kind of clean that up a little bit. Get something nice and sharp. Do the same thing on the other side so it's nice and even. Alrighty, so now that we got our black situation all done, I'm going to add some shimmer shades to our lid. So I'm gonna use a flat little eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna go in with this kind of icy blue white shade. It has a nice duo reflect to it. Kind of pack that onto the brush and then just kind of add that to our inner corner. And then we can also add some green glitter to it as well. Got all that shimmer stuff situated. So let's go in with this liquid metallic eyeshadow. I don't know the actual name of it, but it's by Juvia's Place. It's in the shade High Life. It's got like a pulsy reflect to it. It's like purple to green almost, I want to say. So I'm gonna add, oh yeah, this is like really green. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna add that to our lid and then just gonna blend that out with any sort of brush, honestly. I'm also gonna add a little bit of product to the brush. And with liquid eyeshadows and stuff, you kind of want to be careful, especially if you have like creams and stuff underneath your eye, because it's kind of happening to me right now, where the cream is lifting up. But we'll kind of set that with eyeshadows and stuff in a second. So just be careful when you're working with metallic or liquid eyeshadows, especially in drag. Because, did y'all see that? Also, why am I doing Cruella De Vil when she's literally like a puppy killer? But if you did watch the Disney like prequel that they made, that was so good, honestly. She gets like redemption arc, so it depends on how you see it, honestly. But like, gay people, we love a good villain, especially a Disney villain.
Oh, you mean the gaze, not
The gaze.
I'm just gonna try this Prickly Pear shade from that Kimchi palette originally. It's a semi-shimmery, almost metallic green shade. I'm just gonna pop that on, layer it as well. Almost just kind of set that eyeshadow as well. Oh yeah, this is doing what I wanted to do. And it's kind of blending that into the gray as well. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side and then we'll be working on our liquid liner.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Alrighty, got everything set and done. I also did another layer of setting spray over this just to kind of get things put into place, if you could say. But now we're gonna work on our wing, our liquid eyeliner. So this is the Epic Ink Liner from NYX. I'm going to, again, look at my face straight on instead of going to like this kind of sort of. I'm gonna look at my face straight on. I'm gonna place my pen kind of on the side. I'm gonna kind of start mapping out my wing shape. and then kind of bringing that in towards the eye. Keeping my eye open so I can see where the actual liner is, how it's gonna look when I have my eye open instead of closing it and then everything becoming wonky after. And then once I shut my lid, because I have hooded eyelids, I'm also doing drag makeup, then I can kind of fill that side part here with liner. And just following that shape that we made before. Then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So now I'm gonna work on adding in our inner corner part here. So where my natural tear duct is, I'm gonna place that as our inner corner of our cat eye. Then just kind of continuing that line up above it. Kind of create that sort of shape going up. And same thing on the other side. All right, so now we got our inner corner situation going on. I'm gonna add this bottom part here and then just connect that up to our wing over here. Liner is all set and done. I'm gonna go back in with this liquid metallic duochrome eyeshadow from Jiffy's Place and just kind of dabble that underneath our eye here and then just kind of blend that out on the bottom. Only just to add a little bit more extra glitter, but to hide our little eyeliner mistake that I did. Now we're gonna add in the white to our inner corner. I think today we're gonna use the new Hotline gel liners from Trixie Cosmetics. I'm gonna use the white today with just a small little liner brush. This is the Morphe M250. So I'm just gonna take off this plastic part first of all. You get a little bit on the brush here, and we're going to fill in our little inner corner bit just to open up our eyes a little bit more. And these liners I've actually been really loving. They're super pigmented, so you don't really need to go in with like 2 or 3 layers to get it nice and opaque. And they glide on really easily. Actually stay on for a good while. Some of my liquid liners, they tend to crumble up really quickly, which is not good, especially when you're trying to create a faux inner corner. But these have been super good. I had the black one as well, but I'm waiting for a specific use to use it. But yeah, I feel like that looks a whole lot better. I might go in with a second layer just because I want to get it super opaque, even though I don't necessarily need to. And then just a little bit more of that product on the brush. I'm gonna add just a touch to my brow up here, just to get our highlight super white. And then just take a little bit more of that product and kind of go and create our nose highlight. So start on the bridge, bringing that down a little bit, blend it out with our finger, clean finger, this finger right here, create a little dot at the end of my nose, blend that out, and then create an even smaller dot on top of that. Now we got a nice slender nose job going on. I think the eye shape is all set and done. We are gonna do highlighter, finish up with our cheeks. We're gonna work on lips, and then we'll get our final costume on and ready. First thing I'm gonna do is take the Haus Labs Bio Radiant Gel highlighter. This one I bought with my own money. This is in the shade Fire Opal. And I use this almost as like a transition between my blush and my highlight. So I load up a big fluffy brush like this. And then I'm just gonna blend that out on the side of my face. Just adds a nice glow to my face without it being like super metallic-y or super like highlighter-y. And it just gives a little bit of extra something to my skin. And we will go back in with our Cookies and Cream palette here. And in this top row is a really light shimmery gold shade. And I'm gonna use that on the same brush and kind of focus that on the really higher points of my cheekbone that I want. So I went ahead and I put on my lashes off camera. These are just a custom pair that I built myself. This one is being super annoying though. Actually, both of them are. Not the best at putting on lashes, okay? But they get the job done. I plan on doing a bright shimmery red. So I'm gonna be using the Atomic Shake lip lacquers again from Haus Labs. Please sponsor me. What they recommend and what I recommend is before putting on the product, kind of wipe off any excess makeup that's already on your lips, just so you have a nice clean surface to work with. What I'm gonna do first is just line my lips a little bit. Angled brush. Gonna go back in with our Morphe palette here, grab this red shade. Any red eyeshadow would do, honestly. What did I get like an accent right there? and I'm gonna map out where my lips are gonna go. I want them to be super pouty today and very, again, villainous. So I'm gonna really bring them up. And I'm gonna emphasize that Cupid's bow a lot more than I usually would. Bring that down a little bit as well. And for the bottom part of our lips, again, we're gonna kind of go from where our inner corner starts, because I want it to look a little bit like pursed almost. I'm just gonna bring it almost straight down to where this kind of shadow is on my bottom part of my lip. We're gonna go in with our lip lacquer, and then this is in the shade Cherry Shine. It's a nice bright red. So I'm gonna go ahead and coat my lips on each part, let it dry for a good while, not touching your lips, not doing anything, and then we should be all set. Yep, no transfer. We should be good. Perfect, we did it right. Yay! These lipsticks are like really good for like stage performances, for really long days. If you have an event you need to go to and you're doing a lot of eating or whatever, these will stay on. I think if you are looking for a glossy lip like this is your best go-to. I need them to come out with more shades though. But yeah, I'm going to, because I forgot to do this earlier, gonna add in the little strokes to my brow with our Lift and Snatch brow pen from NYX. Then what good villain or very cunty person be without a beauty mark? So I'm gonna do one over here. This one I'm gonna turn into a heart, because why not? And I'm gonna do one up here. And I think that really ties everything together. All right, so I'm gonna go throw on my costume, my hair, some last minute touches, and we will give the final look, the final result. So, be right back.
20 minutes later.
And voila, this is the final Cruella De Vil inspired Dollyboy crossover dreams fantasy that you were just waiting for. I think this turned out super cool. This wig is annoying the heck out of me, but that's okay. That's what I get for buying a cheap wig. But yeah, I got some gloves that I rhinestone, this black dress that I rhinestone. Yes, I know this is cow print, but it works. So I'm not gonna answer anything. I'm not gonna, no. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. While we're down there, might as well go like the video as well, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment as to what you think of how pretty I look, what looks or what characters you wanna see me do next. Thank you again so much to Haus Labs for sending me those awesome blushes for me to try out. I will give another review and another tutorial over my Instagram probably soon. You can go ahead and follow. You can see pictures of me in this amazing outfit, as well as some performance videos. I'm at Dollyboy xoxo, but I am running a little bit late, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
The only thing smoking here is your flaming butthole.
Oh, you mean the gays, not
The gays.